When I came out of the hospital in 2002, my husband asked for a divorce. And he had been cheating, having an affair with one of my best friends. And so I was devastated. All I wanted was my family back together. So, I'm a little vixen, so I knew how to get my hubby back. But there was that sense of, is it ever going to happen again? The trust issues. In therapy, the therapist had said, the marriage counselor said, will you give your husband 5 years? And I was like, yeehaw, hell yeah, because, I love him and I love my family. So those 5 years passed, and into that, there was that accident 3 years before. So 8 years ago, I was hit on the head,
Okay.
and I got progressively worse. I couldn't even wipe myself, put on my bra, shower properly. I had to have help.
So how have
And
you healed that without sort of, because I'm from the world of EFT, NLP, hypnosis, and all that
I,
kind of stuff that works on the unconscious. And have you done that literally through self-love and through your own
I,
practice?
I did that through what I call an incredible healing 5 years ago. And that looked like that. Well, first of all, let me tell you how severe my condition was.
Yeah.
At the time, I was on 11 medications, which also included a CPAP, which was something I had to breathe with.
Right.
I would wake up 48 times an hour. By the time I was at the very end, before I decided to lose weight, I was waking up without my mask on 248 times an hour, which means I never slept. I never went into REM. They didn't know how I was alive, why I didn't have a heart attack, why I didn't have a stroke, how I could get up and take care of my children every day. And I'm thinking, how could I not get up and take care of my children every day? It's who I am. There was a lot of stuff. I had everything wrong with me except for diabetes,
Right.
high blood pressure, thyroid. Now all I have is my thyroid medication, and that's it. I've reduced everything. So I woke up on my 45th birthday. It almost seemed like this light came shining in my room, and like in my whole space just opened up, and I could see these floodgates opening, and I started thinking, wow, okay, so today's the day I'm supposed to tell if I'm going to stay married to him, if I'm going to renew our vows. Everything came on that birthday because it was literally 5 years from the day that was so joyous to have on my birthday, being
Yeah.
left by my husband and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Fantastic.
Those fun things happen. So I made it out to the couch, and I was sitting on the couch, and I thought, wow, I'm 45 today. This has been a pretty shitty life. And I was dying. This is something that I didn't say.
Oh, you just
I,
didn't. You
for,
just forgot that bit, then, did you, Mia? Oh,
I
I was
forgot that
dying
bit.
as
Yeah, they
well.
said in 2 years my organs would be completely closed down. So I had already prepped my children for this, and those poor kids, they had a hard life, beautiful but hard life. Who wants to know that their mom's dying?
Right.
So I was sitting on the couch, and I thought, what would it be like to actually live 45 more years, be granted the gift of not dying in 2 years? And what if I could live 45 more years? What would that look like? So I immediately went with my relationship, and I thought, wow. And I saw myself, my husband was attractive, but I saw myself with a sexy man, and I was sexy, and I was smaller. And what would my career look like? I had absolutely no clue. I was a writer, and I thought, I will not be a chicken, and I'm going to be published. What else? My children. It wasn't what they would look like, but it would be my relationship with my kids. And this is why my motto is dream, believe, create, because I dreamed the most amazing fantasy that I could create. And then it connected so beautifully with my soul and my passion that I believed I could do it. When my son got up and sat next to me on the couch, I said, honey, I'm going to lose the weight. I said, I know I'm supposed to die, but I'm not dying and being taken out of here on a gurney where they're going to have to probably break a door down or something. I mean, that's what I thought about myself. I have clients who have body dysmorphia, and even though I would have made it through the door, I couldn't imagine myself going through the door. I imagined them having to break a hole in the wall. I wasn't that big, but still. So I said to my youngest son, who was 13 at the time, I'm going to lose the weight, and if it kills me, it kills me, but this is the only legacy I can leave to you children, is doing something that we set our mind to and knowing that we can complete anything in our life. And he was so sweet. I don't know if he truly understood everything, but he said, it's okay, mommy, I support you, I love you. I want you to do what makes you happy. I thought, what would it take to do this, to accomplish this? It would take getting out of the wheelchair, for one. And I could walk around the house, but I couldn't walk to the neighbor's house. I didn't have the strength, the energy, and I couldn't breathe. So it would take getting out of the wheelchair, building my inner core, choosing a program to lose weight on, and working out. So then I took those steps and I started breaking those down. Okay, so what would I have to absolutely do to build my inner core? Then the next step, what kind of program could I actually see myself on that I could maintain? What could I do to work out? I mean, I couldn't even imagine working out. I used to be very athletic as a child, very athletic, dancer, softball player, volleyball, everything, cheerleader. So I knew I once could do it. So I still kind of knew the excitement of what it felt like to get into that place of enjoying working out and doing something fun. So all these were set up, and it's amazing when we set our intention for growth, what comes. Because instantly I was guided to how I could build my inner core, and it was hard. Then I chose the program of the Atkins because I didn't know what else to do at the time. And then I had said to my son, in 2009, this was in December after I had already was out of the wheelchair, getting ready to start January 1st. I had not made dinner dishes or anything in 3 years because I couldn't stand up long enough or even sit down long enough chopping stuff. It took me all day. If I made a meal, it would take, because it's like 5 minutes chopping, then go back to it, and then go back to it, and go back to it. So I realized that I wanted to become a published author. And so I said to my son again, who was my constant companion, in 2009, I'm going to be published. Well, I put that out to the universe instead of, I will try and I'm scared and what if they don't like it? I was going to be published. In less than 2 weeks after 2009 turned over, the calendar year, publishers came to me. They had heard about me through some other writers who were participating in a book. So I got published in May of 2009 was my first book, which is pretty amazing for things to go that smoothly.
Amazing.
And so when 2009, January 1st came around, I knew that I would say no to nothing. I've worked this out. How do we maintain our passion? I feel it here in this dream world. How can I bring it forward? And so I had already realized that as children, we were so passionate, we say no to nothing. We crawl through swampy muds and roll down anthills and anything to have fun. So everything was going to be fun for me. Even if it wasn't, it now was.
Yeah.
Doing the dishes would take me, I knew, 2.5 hours, but eventually it would take me 20 minutes. Anytime my children said, Mom, can I do X, Y, and Z? Will you drive me? The answer was yes. It was never a no. When we say yes in our heart and we already know it, we catapult ourselves forward. And I was cooking food every single day. Those were happy little boys. They're like, Mom is cooking again. It was crazy because about a week or two before January 1st, so in the middle of December, I still didn't know what exercise program I was going to do. And a girlfriend of mine said, Hey, Mia, I am the manager at Curves, which is a woman's gym. I'm going to give you a month free membership. And I'm like, woohoo! So that came along and that was solved. And I loved it. I began walking every single day and then I would work out